Hello and welcome to Eyewitness program on Channels Television. I'm Yomi Otaigbe. Today on the program, Lagos State government pulls down a 9-story building at Lekki for lack of building approval. Still in Lagos, motorists and residents of Kilo in Surulere lament the impact of flood and bad road on their lives and business. And away from Lagos, residents of Ute, a suburb of Benin in Edo State, South Nigeria, call for help against the gully erosion, which is claiming more land and lives in the area. Let's begin with a warning by the Lagos State Building Control Agency asking developers to desist from the act of building without approval. The agency is giving this warning after it demolished a 9-story building at Lekki Peninsula area of the state. The general manager of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, Olalekan Shodende, says the reason for the demolition of the building is because it has gone beyond the 4 floors that is permitted within the area and it was built without approval.
Men at work on this building at Osapa, London, as the area is popularly called. The location, Lekki Peninsula in Etiosa local government area of Lagos State. In contrast, one would imagine how long it took the workers to bring this house to the state it now is. It possibly could have taken the workers who handled this 9-story building more than such investments of time and effort. The owner of this house, located in a serene environment on Dada Fayemi Close, also at Osapa, London, might have hoped to someday finish the process of construction and place the building for rent or outright sale like some others around here. But now, that is not to be. That's the sound of a sledgehammer pounding its way through blocks and concrete floors of this building. With thuds, it pounds. Harder, they pound. As the dismembered pieces find their way to the ground. Neighbors could only watch helplessly.
I'm aware, but I haven't been there. But when I came now from the salon, I saw police vehicle. I was thinking, what is happening? And they said they want to demolish a building there. I said, what happened? He said, because people are complaining that it affects them. Actually, to be honest with you, it affects my Wi-Fi. That's the only thing I can say about it. I don't know any other person complain about it, but it affects my own Wi-Fi in my house. That is it.
The police waste no time in ushering these workers out, lest they foment trouble. The Lagos State Building Control Agency, the office responsible for this demolition, gives reason for the demolition.
We have an ongoing construction of 9 floors being constructed in an area that has an approval limit of just 4 floors. I mean, in the area, what you can build on the site is just 4 floors. But we have a developer that actually built, building 9 floors. And we don't really know exactly to what extent they're going to go. So the government had to nip this illegality in the bud and quickly commence the removal. This did not start by just removing. Over time, we have been interacting with the developer to come to terms and be approvable and make his building approvable and fit the master plan arrangement for the area. But unfortunately, they were recalcitrant. They were not ready to conform themselves to the build right policy of the state.
Judging by this billboard, the building may have been put on sale to buyers, some of whom might have already started paying. The general manager goes further to state efforts made to prevent this loss.
Our field officers discovered the site in September of 2017. And they were served all the necessary statutory notices that you're contravening, you need to get approval. And they came to the office with an assessment sheet and that they had paid some money for approval. But investigation with our sister agency, Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority, shows that there was no approval that was even in the works, that there was nothing in their records to show that the property has any submission with them. So we now advise them to stop work. And we sealed up the site as at October, that they should go and regularize with LASPA for us to know exactly what is possible. So, but we continued working and monitoring, but as a March, when our officers went back to the site, because we assumed the site was under sale, when we went back to the site, we found out that the site had grown far beyond where we left it in October.
On Thursday, March the 10th, 2015, more than 30 persons were reportedly killed when a 5-story building collapsed in the same Lekki area, an incident which made the Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode read the Riot Act to developers, warning them against building without government's approval. All efforts by the channel's television crew to speak to the developer and the owner of the house proved abortive. Channel's television gathers that the landlord of the house, right in front of the demolished structure, had a face-off with the owner over the impact such a tall building would have on the existing structures. We reached him, but he declined to talk. The owner and the developer of the structure may someday come forward to state their side of this issue. While that is on, the pounding continues, and it seems the end is not in sight until the last block is brought down.